Alright, welcome back to Black Lodge Trivia Night. This is Art doing our Dark Souls 3 run, and... I did it. I'd already done this. I didn't kick the ladder down, but I'm starting to realize, like, I don't remember how to get over there. Maybe you have to get the, you have to buy the key to get the whole thing, but I've definitely done all of this. I've gotten Secret Passage, I've gotten the, obviously the Silver Covetous Ring. I thought there was something over here you could do. Yeah, right here. I don't know if there's much more to do over here without the ring, but without the key, I mean. But maybe there is. I really don't remember. So there you go. Just to prove that I did make the jump. I think when I made the jump, I think it mattered what you were wearing. When I stripped down, it seemed to make a difference. So maybe that's the trick. Maybe the jump isn't quite as hard as I thought. It's just you have to make sure your equipped load in the moment is as low as possible. I have no idea. But the 2 times I was able to do it, it was much easier when I took off all my equipment and unequipped my weapon and shield. So now, like I said, you're supposed to be able to get up to the higher part of the roof and kick that ladder down so that you don't have to make that jump or whatever it is you're trying to do. But I don't know how to do that. So maybe you still have to buy the key, but this is just a way to get that ring and the Estus shard. So there we go. Sure. I mean, if I wanted to, like, burn some of these souls, like, I don't really care. I've got 8,000... 13,000. I think it's 20,000 for the key. But at the same time, I'd rather... you know what? I think there's somebody... It's hard to see, but I think I see somebody new up there. See what he has to say.
Gaining admission to the Legion is a matter of some ceremony. Inside their keep, snuffing out the flames of 3 altars opens the door to the wolf blood. Even accursed undead.
Okay, so we've already done that. It doesn't really matter. Yes, I was about to say, did I see somebody? I saw this guy.
Unkindled are we, and fast on the trail of the Lords absconded. Then these red eyes are for you. Use them to pillage embers and briefly heighten your strength for your duty. What else are unkindled ashes good for? Pillage embers for briefly... What else are...
So let's check in with this transpose guy and see. So he gave us some cracked red eye orbs, which allow you to invade.
So
Begin transposition. So I feel like Soul, the old demon king. It's not bad. It's a fire great axe. This is also a fire. So we could probably... I'm going to take this. Right, this is the Ultra Great Sword that actually goes with Dex. Wolnir's Holy Sword is going to do scales with some magic, but I don't see it doing any magic damage. Deacons of the Deep, I feel like I can eat that one. Okay, so Deacons of the Deep. Hi, Wolnir. Let me do those two.
Now, do not be a win.
See if that gets me 7,000. Oh, yes, it did. Okay, cool. Let's go purchase that key.
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service?
All right, little blip there. Sorry.
One.
Got a phone call.
Wow.
That had to be dealt with immediately. So let me see if the key is here. It is. I mean, honestly, if you don't mind burning boss souls, like, it's not that hard to get.
Ashen One.
Now the question is, how many souls do I need for a level? $100 short.
Ah.
All right, let's sell that hand axe and see if that gets us over the hump. I think it's going to get us pretty close, so hopefully that does the trick.
Welcome, husband. Very
Level
well.
up.
Then
Again, we're putting a few points into vitality, 30 souls short. Because we want to get a little bit more equipment load to us, even though it's probably not the most important thing.
Welcome, host. Very well. Then taken.
But yeah, we'll get that up to 15. Eventually, I think I want strength up to like 40. Let's go check out that tower behind. Assuming this ever fades away. There we go. So here's the way you can get to the roof and drop down. I don't know what exactly, if the gate is open, I don't know why it matters that you can, maybe it's to get to, this? So I think, I don't know. Now they're telling me there's no treasure ahead, but let me just make sure. And you can almost see off in the distance there. I think it's one of the first bonfires we came to, I think. That's where we fought the first boss down there. Anyway. Firekeeper soul, okay. Now, I think the Firekeeper soul is something you can give to the Maiden in Black here. Or somebody wanted to be a... Maybe it's the blind... Lose track. Now, there's a way to...
Sorry, friend. Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is gonna kill you kittens. Some places are better left alone, you know. Oh, sorry. Am I a tad too late?
So there you go. Patches enters the chat. It's kind of interesting. Like, Patches, I thought could have shown up in the Cathedral of the Deep. That's where I expected to see him. Like, there's a way he can, like, when you're walking on something, he can... You know, he can, like, lower the... He can lower the, He can lower, like, a bridge that you're on and screw you over that way. So we got a Firekeeper robe and stuff. Estus ring. Let's see what that does. Increased HP restored with Estus flag. Oh, so okay, so it makes your Estus a little more powerful. So yeah, so Patches... Well, first, let's do, like, you can see there's a bunch of fire maidens here. Just a pile of them. And I don't know if this is just... Like, you can see there's, like, coffins and stuff like that, but these don't feel like they were... They just sort of... So, okay, so here's the thing. There's coffins, which makes me feel like they, at one point, held the bodies of the Firekeepers, and they've just sort of collapsed like this tower over time. It started to fall into ruin, so maybe these bodies are ones that have fallen out of collapsed sarcophagi, but at the same time, there is this feeling that they have been just dumped. So, I'm not sure which is correct. Were they dumped, or were they... sort of entombed ceremoniously, in that over just the course of time it started to fall apart. So now that Patches is in the mix, that starts to open up.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire.
So yeah, you can give the Firekeeper soul.
Ashen One, this is much like what lies within me. Then let it find its own place within my bosom. She will understand. We are both Firekeepers after all. Forgive me, sister. May the flames guide thy way.
So I don't know what this means, healing the Dark Sigil.
Farewell.
But now I can heal it. Yeah, Patches now should be here somewhere. Did I get a bone shard? I don't think no. I don't remember where Patches is, but now what's interesting about unlocking Patches is that Patches is sort of key to a number of side quests. Progressing like Grey Rat, he can play a part in that. He can play a part in Sigurd, which I have not managed to stumble upon him again. Again, Grey Rat's still there. She was the one telling me I could find a wife.
Speak thy desire, honorable. Our lord and Lee, knowest thou?
Yeah, so Henri is the one that lost her,
What? Till we meet again.
her fellow traveling knight. She was the one laying down the prism stones in the last session. So, anyway. But what's disappointing about at least not doing Sigurd's storyline is that when you get to the profaned capital in one of the bosses, Yorm, it's a good storyline. Let's go to the cleansing chapel really quickly, because this is where one of the places that Sigurd's storyline can pick up. Anyway, so, Patches traps you in the tower, so the only way down is to successfully, navigate the platforms to make sure you control your fall a little bit. Okay, here we go.
Hello? Anyone there? Oh, I know that voice. Just how... It's me! I'm loath to admit it, but I've been had. Someone's swiped my armor. Did you happen to see it anywhere? Oh, not to worry. An old tenant of the Knights of Katarina, and I am a master planner, I do say. Ha 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 ha. I mean, maybe I can fashion a replacement from, I've got... Maybe...
Okay, so as you can see, he's lost his armor, he's trapped in the well. And, unsurprisingly, Patches is the one who has his armor. So I think you can buy the armor from Patches and then bring it back to him, and then that will progress his storyline. I think you can go to Rosari's bedchamber. I don't know where the right place is to pick it up, but the way you cross these... Is this the only one you can cross? Or is it that one as well? I don't think you can cross that one. Anyway, this is something that'll get Patches to show up. He'll sort of trap you, or he'll lower it after you've already raised it, that kind of thing. I don't know if it matters in this case because we've already done everything. But anyway, so this is another place you can get a little Patches action. Now, I don't know if the idea of being able to respec has anything to do with these, like, amorphous blobs that seem like they're in, like, a developmental state. Like, half embryo. I don't know if that's supposed to be implying anything, but now I thought Patches was up top somewhere. Now with Grey Rat, he'll go off on a quest to Irithyll, where we're about to head. And Sigurd and Patches are two people that can keep him alive on the second leg of his journey. Now, granted, I can't get him to leave, but maybe that's a good thing, because had he gone out too early, I think he would die. So you have to have certain people in place. Answer Cirrus of the Sunless Realms. This feels like some kind of NPC thing. So let's check this out. I actually don't know if I've ever encountered this. This doesn't feel familiar in any way.
Thank you for your kind assistance. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Okay. Now, I don't know if this is someone that, again, it's Blessing of the Moon. We've encountered the one NPC back Firelink Shrine who talks about the moon. Maybe it's worth checking in with her at some point. But I can't say I know what that was about explicitly. Now, these are just general people. Dumas, yeah. So this is not an easy section of the game. So I could see maybe summoning to sort of make your way through it. These guys are a bit So this is where it helps to have a weapon that hits hard. You don't want to fight these guys for extended times. It take a lot of effort, and they're tough duels regardless. Now I think there's a guy up to my right. Got a little bit of like abyss magic going on, it seems like, dark magic. really beautiful area, really beautiful graphics. I think we're still sort of seeing... Is that the Cathedral of the Deep up there? Looks like the High Wall of Lothric. And you're sort of seeing, like, you know, you've got these little patrol patterns. Like, that's kind of why you want to hit as hard as you can, because you're going to deal with, like, 2 or 3 guys at a time, and you want to power through. Oh, got the Claymore. Nice. Okay, so another way to get to Claymore. If you're wondering who's doing that, there's a guy up there. Yeah. So that's who's casting the fire magic on you as you're trying to make your way through. We can get to him in a minute, but it does take a hot second to get by the enemies, and then... Picking up a lot of Twinkling Titanite. I haven't found... I mean, I guess like the Grass Crest Shield would use it. Maybe some of the other Crest Shields. I remember that from older games, but yeah, it's hard. You know, if you go like Strength and you get like this, you gotta be careful. Some of these might hurt you at some point. Get the Crest Shields, but you get a big weapon like this, and you're comfortable just sticking with it. There's not much incentive to deviate. So we're picking up all these like large Titanite shards. I don't have any other weapons really worth pumping them into. I don't think I mean, put some points into the Ujigatana, but I don't think I was at large Titanite shard levels. Even so, at this point, I wouldn't need them. Don't think you can upgrade armor. Yeah, let's keep going. don't think this opens from the side. Yeah, so this is sort of a shortcut. I'm gonna pop this guy, hopefully take him out. Can I hit these guys through the door? I guess that goes both ways. Where else can we go? Lightning gem, nice. Now at some point we're going to be able to hop down, pick that up, but not yet. Oh, we got the Pontiff Knight curved sword. I think that's a pretty good weapon. Let me take a look at that really quickly. I think it's got like really good reach. Pontiff Knight curved sword, D, no bleed buildup. I'm sure we could heavy that into something interesting. It says frost? Frostblade, okay. Okay, so you can sort of turn it into a frostblade for like a special attack. Magic clutch ring. Let's take a look at that. Increases fire attack, increases magic attack. Okay. I feel like I can hear footsteps, like metallic armored footsteps, but I'm not sure. Or if that's my footsteps. I don't think this opens from this side. Yeah, it's interesting. You know, the phone call. My wife has had a very early start this morning. I think she had to hit the road at like 5 in the morning. It's a pretty early start for me too, because of that. But she's going to pick up her father and take care of some stuff. And for some reason, like her phone would not connect to the cellular network, the 5G network. So she finally got to a rest stop with Wi-Fi, and then she was able to connect via the rest stop's Wi-Fi, but then somehow that reestablished the connection to the 5G, but it was just all sort of a mess for a minute. That was the phone call I had to take. So this here okay. There's something going on here that's part of a storyline as well. Proof of Concord kept. That seems like a covenant thing. So I think you can see this is Henri.
Oh, I thought it might be you. Good to see you. I never managed to find Horace. But my duty must be done, even alone. as an unkindled Lord Seeker. For the children I knew, bless their souls. We all have our reasons, don't we? Please, take this. Recompense for my foolish request. And also a token of protection. May the flames guide your way.
Okay, interesting. Ring of the Evil Eye.
Ah, you are brave indeed, to face your duty alone. I would do well to learn from you. May the flames guide your way. Ah.
Okay, so again, this is the character that someone said we could take as a bride. Now, the trick with this is that she can get assassinated, I think. I think that's what I remember. And she can get assassinated because there's somebody here in the church that does not want you to succeed. And that's what some of these are going to be telling you is that, hey, like this person is joy ahead, liar ahead. Like at some point, I don't know if this person's here now. There we go. So yes, this person was hidden. And with the chameleon spell. And if you don't know to kill her... Now, what's interesting is that, you know, that person was like the Shell disciple who gave us like the 5 free level upgrades. And it's Yuria who I think is telling us to take her as a wife. Henri as a wife. So I'm not quite sure I understand why this person would try and stop you. Again, I hope Bonfire Walk with me would get here. I'd love to talk about all of this with Matt. I feel like... I'm going to go back to the Firelink Shrine. The reason why I think this would be really interesting to discuss lore-wise is because it is so clearly tying back to so many things that I feel like it creates for more discussion.
I have not thanked you for your generous rescue.
Right, this is the woman we got summoned into helping.
That dark spirit was one of Rosaria's fingers. Vile bastard offspring who lurk in the darkness. My sworn enemies. Fearsome invaders, to say the least. I would not have made it alone. You have my deepest gratitude.
Nice, Silver Cat Ring, Blessed Mailbreaker.
If you require help on your travels, I offer you my sign. Blessing of the moon upon your journey. If you require blessing of...
Okay, so hopefully that means, yeah, we'll be a little more help. Let's see what that ring does. Prevents damage from falling. Okay, nice. Got a level.
Welcome, husband. Very well. Then take nuts.
Okay, so we got Vitality now up to 15. So I think my next move, I'm going to try and get Strength up to 40. Yeah, let's get yeah, that'll be good.
Very well.
Let me see,
Just good, wasn't he?
so I'm just kind of curious if we... Got 2 claymores. I could probably make one something special. I'm just curious. If we could make that weapon we picked up from...
Be careful.
One of the ghosts. Heavy? It doesn't look like we can, so... Anyway, let's see if Patches is up here. I don't know where else Patches would be. Would he? Oh, you know where he might be? He actually might be up top toward tower where he traps you. There we go. So yeah, you gotta buy the armor set from him.
Now, hold your horses. Let's have a nice talk about this. I'll come clean. I did you wrong. I didn't mean it, though. Not one bit. You get these urges, running the business and all, and I hate myself for it. I do. You know what I mean. Terrible, really. But I can see you'll forgive me. You're alive, after all. And that's what counts, right? Oh, fantastic. A wily second chance. I knew you'd understand. I just knew it. The heart of a lion. A model for the rest of us. A true friend. Forever. I see you've met Rirak. The slinking rodent. But he did me a good turn back in Lothric Dungeon. Doubtless I should do something about that little dead. Well, maybe not. Well, I can hardly believe he's still standing.
So yeah, so there you go. He's one of the people that can keep Grey Rat alive. Purchase item. Again, we're gonna need 3,065, 11, 14,5. So we need 18,000 to get the full set.
Can't find anything you like.
Okay, so we've got 2,700. Feel like we get souls pretty readily. 15,000. We need, what do we need? 18,000. So we're almost there. So let's just burn. We'll get these items. We'll get them back to Sigurd. Let him continue on his way. So obviously Patches stole his shit. I always like the black leather armor. Wait.
Thanks, good compere.
Alright. So yeah, let's head back and get Sigurd re-equipped and on his way. Because again, if we can figure out that quest line, you really want him for the Profane Capital, because again, it's, you know, Matt was saying like he prefers Sigurd to Sigmire in Dark Souls 1, and I don't know if I would necessarily agree with that top to bottom, but what I will say is that I think I already said this, like as an individual character, Sigmire is has a lot more like pathos or whatever. But Sigurd's quest is heartbreaking.
I mean, maybe I've... Oh, my armor. My deepest gratitude. I, Siegfried of Katarina, salute you. With my trusty suit of armor, I'll be out of here in a jiffy. Until we meet again, comrade. No need with.
There we go. So he's on his way. Don't know if we need did I pick up that 10,000? I'm just gonna go back here to see if there's, because again I know Patches will show up here somewhere in the Cathedral of the Deep. I don't know if we've now done a couple of steps and that's what gets him to move along. There's a spell for 10 grand that lets you imbue your weapon with fire. It's a pyromancy. And I think that would be a pretty good one to have. So I think it's worth spending. Just don't know if there's any others that you could cross that would get patches to screw you over. Maybe like he lowers the bridge when you're on the other side, so you have to fall off and die or something. But, oh well. Anyway, the main thing is I'm trying to keep Grey Rat alive. So let's go talk to Grey Rat. Or do we need to... I think we run into Sigurd in, Irithyll. So maybe we got to make sure he gets freed there. So I'm actually going to step back up because I want to... What do we got? I don't want to burn a boss soul to get to 10 grand. But I would like to get that pyromancy, and I feel like... Let's see how much this gives us. That might not be worth it. There's a lot of them, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to do the trick. Which in that case, it might be better to go back to Irithyll. Just looking at my stats. Strength 30, Dex 16, Vitality 15. Okay. Well, let's see if we can put any more equipment on. Nope. Still can't. Okay. I don't know what's the right helmet for Mira, though. You know what? Let me go back to the Firelink Shrine and talk to Yuria or whoever and see if there's something to be done about that quest line of taking a bride, because feels like that should have advanced something. Or is she gone? No. Okay.
Thus forsworn the Lord's mark. There is not more to say. Farewell, our fleeting lord. Thus forsworn, there is not. Farewell.
Okay, so somehow I screwed that up, and I don't exactly know how.
Thus forsworn, there is farewell.
All right. Whew.
Oh, discovering Irithyll in the book. If the tales are true, it is hope. What do you think? I am Grey Rat the Thief.
Okay, so hopefully I didn't just send him to die.
goodbye.
So yeah, I'm hoping Patches and Sigurd are both on the case, except again, I think Sigurd, you need to make sure he's good to go in one more place so that he can protect Grey Rat. And it's a bit deeper in Irithyll. There's like, so maybe the idea was that Henri was going to be captured by that person over here and then prepped for the ritual or whatever, and maybe that's why I just screwed it up, because I kept her alive instead of letting her get taken. Because it is a pretty interesting... There's like a ritual involved, I think, and I think Henri is sort of sacrificed as part of it. So I've protected Henri, so maybe that sort of screws that up. So you gotta be careful. You see these sort of floating eyes. They will materialize when you get kind of close to them, but you gotta be careful. If you're not paying attention, you're seeing some shiny object, you'll see one creature and not realize. Now, Creighton the Wanderer seems like an NPC. I don't know if it's the same person that, get it off. Boom. They'll both heal up. No. Dragon Slayer's axe, nice. Undead Bone Shard, very nice. Okay. So we've got the 12,000. Let me go buy that pyromancy. Yeah, there's some ritual where I think Henri ends up sort of like with a veil over her face, but you end up having to like stab her through the skull or something. It gets weird. I think Grey Rat's gonna be gone.
I am.
So I think I gave him...
What have we here? A pyromancy tome from Irithyll. Then you found the home of pyromancy. Brilliant! I will never curse being old and undead again. Now, show it here, quickly. Let us channel them together. The primal pyromancy is known only to old Master Sulyvahn. What have we here? By the gods, this inscription reads, Quelana, the ancient deity, one of the witches of Irithyll. The last of them who wandered the lands. Then she must have returned to Irithyll after all. But I regret to say, I cannot accept this.
Oh, interesting.
Quelana's pyromancies are for witches and must be learned from a mistress. But thank you for allowing me to peer upon such a thing. If only I were a woman.
Okay, so this is the second one he's sort of...
I'm afraid I can't this pyromancy.
Right, so this one he won't touch because it's sort of dark. Other one he won't touch because it's for witches. Okay, so the one I want is this. I need to get my magic up to 10, but I'm going to grab it. This is a good spell too, which I think I can cast. Could have gotten that one. I could have actually just put that into...
Do not be gone for long.
Eventually you can get a witch. I don't know if I missed my opportunity for that, but I don't think I've been getting Titanite chunks, so... Yeah, I haven't gotten any. 4. Okay. Bone shard. I can go burn that over here. Okay, let's head back to the Church of Yorska, and that's not too far where we need to go to hopefully protect Sigurd. Which then I hope will protect Grey Rat, if Patches also doesn't protect Grey Rat. It's a lot going on. And then I don't know if we're going to run into Henri again at some point. All right, let's keep going. This place is a little bit of a gauntlet because you can't see, but as you can tell, there's tons of those guys down there. And they're not like the hardest guys in the world to deal with. There's just a lot of them. And they're invisible and yada, yada, yada. These guys crawl on the floor. I think that just damaged... No, maybe not. For a hot second there, it looked like I had some kind of status pop up. Now, the interesting thing about one-shotting is that in order to get the healing bonus from multiple attacks in a row from one of my rings, I gotta hit him twice. Maybe that's what that is. It's just telling me I'm getting a little bit of a bump. Oh. That almost cost me dearly. All right. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty easy to pick up souls here. Again, shriving stones, I think, reset weapon. Like a heavy weapon can then be transformed back into normal, so then you can transform it to a sharp. Yorshka's spear, okay. Alright, so I think we've cleared out this. I think we were pretty thorough. Blood gem, nice. You can add, obviously, bleeding effects to a weapon. And I think there's more hidden passages around, or ways to get back near the beginning, or I don't know what. I've never been great about some of that stuff. So what I'm going to do here is there's a couple different places we can go. Obviously, we can go over there. There's things in the ground we got to fight. But what I want to do is I want to get over here, because this is where we start getting to the place where we need to make sure Sigward's okay, which then hopefully helps protect Grey Rat. I think I have this right. Somewhere not too far ahead is where we are going to encounter Sigward again. It's potentially, but I think right down here is a bonfire. Just in case we screw it up. Now, I guess I could get that great pyromancy or whatever that pyromancy spell to one that I thought was pretty good, but hold off for now. So there's a lot of things in here we have to deal with. Yeah. A little unnerving, I'm not gonna lie. Even like the sound design, that skittering, it's a little like sends slight chills up my spine. I'm not sure if they have a grab attack. I have to be a little more careful about what I'm doing. I just run up to him and assume I can block, but if this turns into a grab attack, I could get ugly fast. Yeah, so you have to clear these guys out, and then you make your way up these stairs. Excrement-covered ashes, interesting. And then I think Sigurd's here, and so if you chat with him here, then this progresses his storyline, and then I think hopefully Grey Rat's okay. Between this and Patches.
Excuse me, I must have dozed off. It's rather warm in here. Well, hasn't it been all too long? It's good to see you. Oh, I seem to have missed my chance, so I, Siegwart of Katarina, offer my deepest gratitude. And a little surprise to go with it. It's all yours.
Nice.
I know. Won't you join me for dinner? I make a fine Esther soup. I've got some stewing right now. Even we undead deserve a little normalcy from time to time. And finally, upon this rendezvous, let us make a toast. To your valor, my sword, and our sworn duties. Long may the sun shine. Have you heard? Somewhere, hidden right here in Irithyll, is a deep dungeon. And even below that, the profaned capital, home of Yhorm, the reclusive giant lord. That reminds me, I've a grave promise to keep. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid I've cast a cloud over things. Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, hopefully we've done what we need to do. Grey Rat will be okay. Sigurd is now on his way to the profane capital. He mentioned his promise. And all is good. Got a Black Knight staring at a poster of Guinevere. I forget what her exact name is, but from Dark Souls 1. She was the one that, you know, after you beat Ornstein and Smough, she's up there and she tells you, hey, I need you to go. Whoa. Woof. All right. She's the one who tells you, hey, you need to go relight the bonfire, rekindle the first flame. If you shoot her with an arrow or something, it sort of drops the whole facade that Anor Londo is not really a sort of sun-kissed kingdom. All right, so we've got to make our way back through here. I don't know if there's a fast way to do this. No, he's still here. Is he just still asleep?
Oh. Where are you?
Okay. Anyway, so the Estus soup is right here, which is basically just a free Estus flask. I think we've encountered one before in the poisonous swamp, which makes me wonder if he's the one who made that. So what we're going to do is we're going to get my souls, and there's a Black Knight archer above us shooting. Fucking hey. Up there. So I was hoping to fight this guy here. But I didn't even get the chance at that. I think the, like, Irithyll dungeon stuff, if we, from that bonfire, there's a staircase down, and that starts taking us down that path. So it's sort of interesting that you actually, if you don't want to do this now, you can actually just go the other route. Is there a way to get up? Not from here. Okay. Good start. So you can sort of take a look at the pictures. That one looks like Anor Londo. That one looks like maybe the kiln of the first flame. I don't know. I was gonna say, this is a Silver Knight. He didn't seem to have the capacity to, like, lightning charge his attack the way the first guy did. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, I think a Leo ring is like a thrust kind of weapon ring. A bonus. Smile's great hammer. You might even get the Leo ring from Ornstein and Smough as one of the options. Let's see what that ring does. Yeah, strengthens thrust weapons counterattacks. Okay. Can't really lock onto him in there. Shit. Shit. All right. Yeah, if you go down that way, you go to the Irithyll dungeon, profaned valley, etc., etc. We're not there yet. There's probably some stuff up here. Well, I'm not going to worry about this yet. I was going to say there's stuff up here we could go. There's some items we can get here in the swamp. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's important items, but I just never know when it's going to be like an Estus shard or an undead bone. So I'm going to take it a little carefully because I've got 33,000 souls sitting in the other room. So I feel like I had better luck dealing with the Black Knight under this sort of awning instead of trying to get by. Or are they gone? If they're gone, that's great. Are they all gone? Like, is that what I want? Yeah, it is. Okay. That helps. Okay. So the next thing I need to do is there's two dogs are gonna come at me. I need to... Okay, that could have been worse. Oh! It almost was. All right. more dogs. So here's a shortcut, I think. I'm not sure where exactly it's going to take us, but, well, you know, I shouldn't speak too quickly. I believe it's a shortcut. It seems to be taking us upwards. Not 100% certain why that's necessarily a shortcut yet, so let's go a little bit further and see. Oh. Before I head too far down, it looks like there's another elevator up ahead. Let me head back really quickly because I think there was... So that's the boss fight. Obviously, this is how you can jump down and get that item that was on the altar there. I don't want to do either yet. But I felt like there was some other staircase that I missed. Okay, here's a way to unlock a shortcut. These are the guys that I was attacking through the gate. And they were able to hit me back, so we'll unlock this. Now, I think it's worth embering up because you can... I think there's summons. I don't know if it's... I think I can... If I drop down, I think I can just go through the gate. Ring of the Sun's first. Okay, let's see what that ring does. What do we got? Miracles, okay. So what I really want to do is I want to homeward burn these souls on some levels. I thought there was still a staircase somewhere that I missed. I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye, like a staircase where I could go either up or down or something like that, and I went one way and not the other. And I just don't recall. It was indoors. I'm not sure where that would have been. Let's see where this elevator goes. I know I didn't check that out. Or did I? Is this the one that goes where I was like, I don't know how this is a shortcut? So I guess the question is there a way that this shortcut makes things easier from this chapel?
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then take.
Okay, so what do we need to get, Okay, before I do anything stupid, let me just see what I need to cast that pyromancy. So I feel like that's telling me I need faith of 10. Magic of 10? That's fine. Wait, do I have another bone shard? I don't think I do. No. Okay, so let's, so in theory, if it's faith and magic, I need 3 levels.
Welcome, speak. Very well, then taken.
So hopefully I'm close.
Farewell, Ashen One. Welcome home, I speak. Very well, then touch the taken.
Okay, not bad. All right.
Well, Ashen One.
No, I've definitely missed something because I know you get to the top of this and you drop back down for some reason, but maybe that's after you beat the boss. I don't know. Until then, let us figure out this boss run. This doesn't feel right. I don't feel like I want to go through this building over and over. That doesn't feel like part of the boss run that I'm remembering. So I start at the chapel, I take that elevator up, or down, or whatever it is. Do I need to go through this building? Because that seems crazy. I mean, it's not crazy if I can end up behind them by taking this shortcut. And then just walk out the other side, I guess. Assuming that's an option. The question is, can I take these two guys out without burning Estus? Because then what I can do is I can, whoops, Ember up. See if there's anybody to summon here. Assuming there is. Blackhand Gotthard. Okay, that's one, but isn't there somebody else? So that's going to be Henri. Let's see if there's anybody else just to be safe. I'm curious who the NPC options are. Now, I don't know, like, Henri, obviously, we've been dealing with throughout the story. I don't know what's going on with Blackhand Gotthard. Let's try this. Pontiff Sulyvahn. I'd like this fight. I don't know if it's going to go very well, but I like it. Moon and Sun. Oop, where'd you go? Terrible start. So this is the cool part of the fight. There's like two of them, but like one telegraphs what he's going to do a second before the other one does. Or something like that. Do this again. No, fucking. There we go. So again, I don't know who Gotthard was. I don't know if it matters that he died in the fight. There we go. Pontiff Sulyvahn is down. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that boss fight. So let's go back and spend some of those souls. Okay. Yeah, so we've gotten... I like that pyromancy. I don't know how much it impacts things overall, but...
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak.
I feel like that's one I can use whenever. The other ones I'm kind of like, oh, fireball, it's a little whatever, but...
Take nourishment.
That one I feel like is just a good one to have. Okay, so we've got... Start pumping strength up to 40. And then after that, it might be vigor... endurance, getting those up maybe to 30 each, or I don't know if you want strength up to 50. So I need basically like 6,000 or 7,000 more souls. It's not going to quite do it. Let me just double check how many I need before
Welcome, Speak. Very well. Then touch taken.
How far am I off? 1,500. Okay, so what we're going to do is... let's travel back to the distant manor. Let's, let's clean up some of the stuff we didn't collect. And again, there's hidden areas that are not that far from the beginning of the level that I clearly have missed, and there's also... Interesting. Can I get the 1,500 souls I need just here? These guys run off because it's a ambush. There's one over there, but is there somebody over here? It's most of the way there. Blood gems are always nice. Okay, this could get a little hairy pretty quickly because they're going to be right below me. So the good news is I've got the souls. So let me just... and that's going to go to Irithyll's dungeon. We're not looking to go there yet. So from here, I think there's basically 2 levels we can go to. Let's first take care of the level. We can go to the Irithyll dungeon, which then goes to the Profane Capital, and we can also go further into Irithyll proper. And keep going up. So basically, yeah, up or down.
Welcome home. Speak. Very well. Then taken.
Okay, not bad. Okay, we need 18,000 for the next level. So this is, purely to pump up our damage output, just to get another 10 points into strength. I don't know if we get up to 50 points in strength, is that going to let us wield some weapons down the line that are going to be worth it? No idea. There's a few items here in this swamp that might be worth getting. I don't honestly remember what they are, but we'll check just to see. The trick with this area is because there's decent amount of water, those skittering kind of spider-like creatures can be mostly submerged. You can see a couple over there. They kind of look like corpses floating in the water, so you just got to be a little careful and pay attention. I don't think there's actually anything over here. Just curious. Is that one totally submerged? No. Okay, so it's a Miracle Great Heal. Again, not something I'm going to use, but it's good to know that it's there if you want it. Entering a sacrifice. Again, those can come in handy. So let's Homeward Bone. Go to the bonfire last rested at. It doesn't really matter. We're going to teleport to the Pontiff Sulyvahn one in a sec. I think we picked up some ashes. There's a couple things we could be doing here that I need to take care of back at Firelink. I thought you could open some of these, but maybe not. I'm really confused. I know there's a way, I think you can get up top. And then more importantly, I know there's a way to, like I was saying, there's that room where you could sort of drop back down. I just don't know how to get there. So there's, like I said, there's definitely areas of this game I'm not getting to. I don't think it's like mission critical. There's just some secrets and stuff that, you know, pick up some items that might be worth it, but so now I think if you quit out and then come right back in, I think that resets the crystal lizard. Let's just double check that though. Is that there? Yep. There we go. All right. Again, not that we need all this twinkling titanite, but I guess it's good to have it compared to not having it. I don't know. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Now, not all these guys are... You can see somebody way off in the distance there. That's sort of like a more formal NPC enemy. Not all those giants are down. Some of them will get up. So you gotta be a little careful. You can see there's some of these like invisible creatures down here you gotta still be mindful of. Dark stone plate ring. I'm assuming that's going to protect you against dark magic. Yeah. I feel like I'm hearing noises like there's still somebody afoot. Maybe it's above. Let's say I think I've been invaded a number of times here. Now, I don't know if Grievous is an NPC or if it's a person, but let's find out. All right, so it's a person. Oh, and that's one way to do it. Well fought, sir. All right. Well, that takes care of that. Let me make sure I've got my right shield for fire. Fire. Yep. Okay. Again, you got some like Deacons of the Deep kind of dress going on. I don't know if it's literally the same, but Now you can sort of see they're overlooking the courtyard here. So if you were to do stuff down there, they would all be launching fireballs at you. So it's kind of good to make your way this way. Oh, shoot. Here come the NPCs. You see what they've got going on is imbued with what looks like some dark magic. I didn't realize they were going to get set off from that distance, but that's good to know, I guess. I think the good news is once you take them down, I think you're good to go. And I think back in the day, I don't know if this is still the case, but back in the day, I thought this area was a PvP meetup. For some reason, I remember people dueling there. Alright, one down. I'm going to top off just in case. I feel like with the fireballs this could go sideways pretty quickly. So I'm just clearing this out because then I want to... Got my souls are over here. Okay, yeah, here's the top level of the... Nice, okay. Is this it is? Here we go. We got a mimic. Let's juice this one and get greedy. There we go. Symbol of Avarice, which is a helmet that I think increases your item discovery, but it also, I think, constantly damages you, maybe? Oh, come on. All right, let's try that again. I'm glad it's that simple, though, just to... Okay, let's try it again. Simple gem, okay. Confess, I don't actually know what a simple gem does. Infused to create simple weapon. Simple weapons inflict magic damage and restore FP very gradually to help even a simpleton. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's sort of... Nice. Now, eventually, this is going to be an unlocked shortcut. I don't think we can get it yet. So we've got everything cleared. So, again, I don't know how many of these giants... bite you, but, not that one. Ember? Okay, I'll take that. Oop, this one. Whoa. I was able to get a headshot in there, and it seemed like it almost instantly staggered him. Okay, so I feel like we've done that. I feel like there's something under here. I thought there was like a hidden passage, or I don't know what. And it led to a covenant, but I might be... thought it was over here. But what do I know? Okay. Or maybe, oh, maybe it's inside the building. Okay, this is what it was. So, so this is tricky. Down there is a covenant, but to get down there, there's two enemies that are really tough. So you don't want to... I don't want to deal with them when I've got 39,000 souls. That's basically what I'm getting at. The interesting thing is, though, I think you can use that fall with the NPCs that were attacking me, the ones with the dual wielding. One had the spears, one had the other weapons. Titanite scale, that's good. I need 4 to upgrade my greatsword here. So maybe we're starting to get into the realm of Titanite scale, which is going to start hopefully... Because again, I'm only focusing on the one weapon. Shit! I knew I was playing with fire. What I should have... I was thinking, maybe I should go back and just spend those souls, get the levels, and then keep exploring. And I didn't. Now the good news is I think I can just sort of speed run through the open courtyard at this point. I don't know if the giants come back, but I think the NPCs are done, so... As long as I can avoid the fireballs, should be good. I mean, that's not so bad. But yeah, definitely a callback to the Anne Orlando rafters that you gotta run up. I kind of think the best thing to do is not... take that thrust all day if you're gonna give it to me. Is there a reason to go down? Is there? I don't think there is an illusory wall, unless I'm mistaken, but I think that might be a little bit of bullshit. Okay. Didn't get the backstab. Interesting. There we go. I feel like one of these platforms is worth going down. Now in Dark Souls 1, parrying these guys is not the hardest thing in the world if you get a little practice. I'm just a little nervous to do it. So this is going to open up a shortcut. So let me take care of this real quick. So it doesn't let you escape all of the Silver Knights, but it will let you escape some. Nice Dragon Slayer Great Bow. Not that I'm going to use it, but why not? Okay, let's Homeward Bone. Let's spend these souls that I picked up. Again, we're trying to get strength to 40.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then taken.
I think we probably got a couple of levels in us at least. Not bad. We are shy 4,000 souls. Do I have any souls I can use to get that difference?
Farewell.
Yep, there we go.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then taken. Farewell, Ashen One.
Ah, how gracious. Let this. I only hope the.
See what that gets us. Not that I'm going to be able to tell. Let's get Dung Pie, Lightning. Yeah.
Ashen One.
He's still here. Did he make his way back? Like, is he returned, or did he never leave?
Oh, then we'll thank them. I might have died if it wasn't
there we go.
for that peculiar onion night. But in the end, it all paid off. take a good look. They're sure to be of some use.
There we go. So you can buy 3 Titanite scale. Is it telling me I've got 6? Because if I've got 6, then I can...
Goodbye.
I might have what I need, maybe?
Just wasn't he?
Scale. I need chunks. That's the problem. Okay. So I think the good news is I think we've advanced his storyline to the point where he will be able to complete what he has to do. So I need chunks, not scale.
Goodbye.
So we didn't screw that one up. I can't tell if she's just gone. Okay, that makes sense that she's gone. Didn't sacrifice Henri in a weird marriage proposal.
You offed the Lords of Cinder, the Undead Legion. So that's how they're delivered to their thrones. I pity the sorry souls. Is that really Lordship's last reward? I failed to thank you for helping them find their final resting place. I pity the sorry soul.
Okay, so let's see what that Farron's ring does. Reduces skill. Okay, all right. I wonder if I actually need a blue flask. I mean, I like this pyromancy that lets me boost my, but I don't know if do I need to cast it like 7 times between runs? Things are starting to look a little familiar. If you've played Dark Souls 1. This very much looks like the little temple where you get to the boss fight. Gwendolyn. It was at the base of a rotating pillar, which we've got going on there. think there's a bonfire there. I don't know if there's too many of these in the game, like these invisible passages.
Name thyself, stranger. I am Yorshka, captain of the Dark Moon Knights. What beckoned thee to such a place? Thou thinkst too. Very well. Captain to this knightless company I remain. I will grant thee purpose. Thou'st journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I place thee under the aegis and the power of the Dark Moon. Thou art now a blade of the Dark Moon, the only knight of our company. Swear this oath and face thy solemn duty. Oh, good blade of the Dark Moon, welcome home. If I can provide thee succor, only tell me how.
I was about to say, I think I do have one.
Long ago, our father Gwyn, lamenting the waning of the fire, became cinder of his own will. Now, the fire is linked by the champions who have come in his stead. Such is the will of Father and the gods. And so the Dark Moon Knights took arms to watch over those who link the fire. But long ago, our company lost its last proper knight. Only its covenant was preserved to this day, until the time of thy visit. Heirdom taketh many forms, indeed. May I pose thee a question? This tower, this prison, stands tall and solitary, the contraption bridging its lower reaches long unmoving. So, by what path didst thou here ascend? Art thou a creature of the air? Or other winged thing? No, of course not. Forgive my prying. Think no more on mine asking. I am ashamed to say I know very little of anything. Long ago, our now
Okay.
but long only Heirdom.
So you're getting some of the backstory from Dark Souls 1.
Dark Moon.
She runs the Covenant of the Dark Moon, which was obviously the Covenant you could join in Dark Souls 1. If you look, she's very much in the model of Priscilla in the Painted World of in Dark Souls 1. She's got the tail. I don't actually want to be Dark Moon Brotherhood. I don't know. I guess I could just choose which one. You can just pick and choose as you go. I'm going to stick with the Sun Bros just because Sun Bros. But yeah, she doesn't understand how you got here. She's like, you know, the contraption doesn't work. So I don't understand how any of this works. She doesn't understand there's like an invisible platform to get there. Yeah, and she's just stuck there overseeing the Dark Moon Blade, which again has lost all of its knights until just now. I guess this is how you know, I kept saying like you can get to the top of a thing. This is how you do it. So it makes sense that it would be because it's part of Yorshka's chapel, I think. And I think that was Yorshka. Painting Guardian curved sword, nice. Again, I don't know if it's important to get this stuff. I know some people like that painted. The armor can be pretty good for certain resistances. And it's a bit of fashion souls, I guess. I don't know if I just missed something by dropping down too far. I think one thing is the armor's very light, so let me just see. And it's good against magic. So those are what it's got going for it. It's lightweight, good against magic. Now, the real problem is, though, I don't know... So you can... Obviously, there's a bonfire to get you to Prison Tower. I don't know if there's actually any other way to get off of there except for dropping down. So I think if you go there to drop off Dark Moon Covenant rewards, I think there's nothing else to be done there. But again, I like the idea that there's just... It's not just the passage of time like an age, right? Like, it just seems like so much time has passed. It almost feels like a geologic kind of shift, you know what I mean? I don't have many souls. Let me see if I can tackle what's down here. Just so you can at least see. There's some stuff to pick up down here. I don't know if it's super useful. Got a couple of those things. I think these are like the... There's 1, 2. So the trick is only getting one at a time. And I think this is like the creature that was guarding the gate, bridge, when you first got to Irithyll. And now they breathe lightning. I don't remember that from the first time. Part of the problem is you can't see. That was bad timing. Alright, so there's one down. I don't believe they come back. Nope. So now we'll have to figure out, do they come back? There's the human dregs. I don't know if that's part of the things you can hand in or if it's something else. But I feel like there's a couple more items to get down there. And you can see it's pretty easy to rack up enough souls for a level. So I find that I end up going back and forth to Firelink because, again, I'm really trying to get strength up to 40. I don't want to waste souls at this point. Like, every level matters. I don't know what the right level is for these areas. I feel like we're pretty decently equipped. I feel like we're not getting too wrecked. So I feel like on the power curve, I feel like we're pretty level appropriate. All right, let's go see if we can get the other one. And if they come back, then God help us. Nope. Okay. Deep gem. Interesting. Okay. So we can pray to an archdeacon there. I don't know what that gets us. Maybe it's another covenant? What? I just can't tank that. Can't tell what I can't tank and what I can, so it's a little confusing. Fuck! So I think the human dregs, this might be another covenant. You can pray to that priest and give him the dregs. Again, I don't know what that gives you, but we'll see if we can beat this thing and give it a shot, because I think we picked up one or two. And as you can see, I mean, the fight's definitely doable. Definitely in the mold of like the spazzier enemies that like plague Elden Ring. You know, I feel bad because I don't know the user's name. There's a user that left a comment. One of the early Dark Souls 3 videos saying, like, you know, they didn't love Dark Souls 2 or 3. They wish they had, FromSoft had stuck with doing new stuff like they did with Bloodborne and Elden Ring. And, you know, like, and what I responded to in the comment was that I'm seeing a lot of the iteration here that makes me wonder what would Elden Ring have been had they not put these games out. At the same time, I'm trying to think, like, what... Dark Souls 3 comes out in, like, 2016. Elden Ring comes out in 2022 at this point. I don't think there was nothing in between, right? disturbing. Now, why did that not? Fuck you. A couple things happened there. One, like, I took a swing at him when it was sort of swirling around trying to bite me. Didn't seem to do any damage. Didn't know about that bite attack, obviously. But again, like, this shouldn't be this difficult, I guess. But I'm really curious. One, like, I think those things are worth, like, 15,000 souls, so I think on some level it's worth doing it just for that. Also, I've obviously got almost a level's worth of souls down there on the ground, so I kind of, at a minimum, have to make sure I walk away with those. But I can tell you this is an area in my initial runs that I definitely struggled with. I mean, you're watching, like, the struggle is real here, but, yeah. These two things always gave me trouble. Kind of disagree with that, but okay. Disagree with that as well, but okay. So again, like, I didn't attack there, it didn't register, don't know why. Tried to get greedy, really stupid, didn't pay for it though, so that's good. There we go. Ring of Favor, is that similar to the Ring of Favor and Protection? Let's take a look. It is. Alright, I think I'm gonna ditch this. Like, it's nice to get some health back, but I don't think it's, like, make or break at this point. Ring of Favor and Protection, always a classic. Get a bonfire here now, nice. So let's go see what happens when we pray to this thing. Archdeacon McDonnell. The Aldrich Faithful. Okay, so we've got 2 covenants here. We got the Dark Moons, which are vying for sort of the old order, Gwen, First Flames, etc., etc. We got the Aldrich, which sort of the new order, because I think that's one of the bosses we're going to encounter later on. Let's get a level going.
Welcome, host. Very well. Then Tuthaken.
Okay. I don't think I've ever I don't think I've ever spent like the 80,000 souls to heal the Dark Sigil. I don't know what that does.
Farewell.
I am curious though. Now I wonder where the Ring of Favor and Protection. Can we get any more armor on? Okay, a little bit. Nice. Gotta actually dodge those. And there we go. Anor Londo. This game's 9 years old. At the time of this recording, everybody knows that this is what was here, but I can tell you at the time that this came out, I did not know this is coming. I mean, it was obviously clearly telegraphed, but I will tell you the first time it just straight up says on Anor Londo was like, holy shit. It's hard to get into how crazy of a moment that was in a great way. So, reach on that. Summon a bitch. Yeah, it was truly a jaw-dropping, like, oh my god. Like, yeah, you know, clearly they were doing that, but they actually did that. Let's see what happens if I just run for it. And again, is it a massive callback? Yes, of course. How could it not be? But at the same time, I think it's one that is... I don't know if earned is the right word, but it makes sense. Oh, yeah, Andre. Giant's Coal. But to me it makes sense because it was so important to the story of the, you know, resetting the flame. So that why wouldn't it be important? I'm not gonna get a backstab. There we go. So what I'm gonna do is let me go back down. Let's hand in this coal just to see what can be done with it.
Ah, 'tis good, wasn't he? My. The coal of that peaceable giant. Seems like ages passed. I imagine his passing was long ago. I miss the old bugger, I do. My thanks. I'll be sure this coal is put to good use. I'll be smithing weapons never afore seen by the likes of ye. It's but a small service to pay my humble respects.
Okay, yeah, again, I don't know what exactly that does. Let's see what we can do. We can make it a heavy, sharp, raw. Crystal is going to be magic, blessed, lightning. That could always be useful. Chaos. Straight up fire. Deep again. Deep is one that's interesting because I think there's a lot of bosses that are pretty weak to, or they don't resist dark damage, so that could be interesting. And it doesn't seem to change, like it doesn't scale off of faith or intelligence. It still sticks with strength and dex. Yeah, I would say we've got a million of these things. So yeah, that's going to do 380 points of damage with 200 of it, almost 200 being dark. What am I doing on this thing? I'm doing like 475-ish. So it's not as much, but it's might help. Forgot I had it. Nest a shard, okay.
Prithee, be careful. I don't want to...
So what we need to do is we need to get him Grey Rat.
Oh, hello, and in one piece. Goodbye.
At some point we need to send him off on one last journey. But yeah, this is where we're going to stop. We took down Pontiff Sulyvahn. We got through Irithyll, whatever, for the most part. I actually don't know if there's much here. But this is where I wanted to get to as a stopping point. You know, I wanted to reveal the Anor Londo name and pick up whatever happens in the next session, and then, you know, if it's quick, it's quick, and we'll move on to Irithyll Dungeon. And if it's not, you know, and it might not be because I suck, we'll go from there. But if you're watching this, you found our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe if this is your thing, because Black Lodge Trivia Night is mostly an actual play RPG podcast channel. Check out the different games and systems. You know, at the time of this recording, we're, you know, doing some Symbaroum. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. By the time this goes up, who knows? Given the lead time between that. But we have a Discord if you want to jump in, talk about RPGs, CRPGs, Twin Peaks. But otherwise, like and subscribe if this is your thing, if I haven't said that. But otherwise, oh, and if you prefer audio versions of our actual plays and some of our discussion podcasts, just search for Black Lodge Trivia Night wherever you get your podcasts and we should show up. Yeah, otherwise, when we pick this back up, we'll tackle Anor Londo. So thanks again. Take care.